Everybody setting out to run with the bulls for the first time must keep it simple. It is not possible to run like the maestros unless you have had a lot of experience. Even the top runners took a number of years to master the skill of running with the bulls. Especially in modern times when the streets are more crowded and the spaces to run are very limited. There are a number of experienced runners who have the skill and ability to run on the horns of the bulls. However, this did not come naturally to them. It took years of practice for these maestros to hone their skills. So it is important for first-timers to limit their horizons, as running with the bulls is a dangerous activity and one wrong move can be very costly. The bull run happens so fast it is vitally important that first-timers know exactly what to expect and how to react. Although there is no substitute for experience, in-depth research, watching on a balcony and watching lots of bull running videos is the next best thing. You also have to be aware of some of the rubbish that is written about the bull run on the internet or talked about in the bars and the campsites, generally by people who have only run with the bulls once or twice. Another guy this year published a top tips to the Fiesta guide and told people to wait until the bulls ran past you and then start running. This is just bollocks. There is an old saying in bull running circles along the lines, once the bulls pass you, they are gone, and it's too late to run. Only take advice from people that have been running for many years and people who know what they are talking about, not some total tosser like the top tips guys who had only run twice.
We've spent 20 years, 30 years building a reputation here, and we don't want it ruined by a few people who don't respect the traditions. Please, if you come, that's my feeling anyway.
And the only American to die in the Encierro was a boy named Matthew Tassio, who came here basically one night, went out and got drunk and had a great time, was up most of the night and said, I'm going to run with the bulls. Didn't know anything about it. And he fell down, and he didn't know to stay down, and he lifted himself up, and there was a bull right behind him at a full gallop, and just whacked him with a horn.
And kept going. The bull just kept going. He was dead.
The bull wanted to push him out of the way. Into him, basically, almost, taking out his abdomen. And
a fatal mistake.
And today I'm on the course, and I hear somebody there talking, and I'm trying to, you try to help people, but I'm also very nervous. And the kid says, well, I think the bulls come from that way, but if they come from this way, we're right in the middle, so it's okay.
Somebody asked me that today, this morning also. Which way do they
go? I can't believe that people actually ask.
I mean,
I think, are you kidding me?
Oh my God! And that's yeah. Holy,
I'm sure.
It's unbelievable.
To be able to go out there and say, after all these years, do I have the balls to stand out here and wait for what's coming down that street? 6 fighting bulls are coming down the street. Really, once you hear the rocket go and you can hear the bulls and this clatter, it sounds like a hammer on an anvil of their hooves and the bells of the steers. And I see the flash bulbs popping up there. That's how I can follow them. And the herdsmen behind with their sticks above. Yeah, I know the bulls are in front of them, and in the intensity of people running, then you're no longer afraid. Then you're thinking and reacting and hoping you can reach that moment of exhilaration. Where you see there's a horn and you hear it. Wow. But people ask me, why do you do that? And I say, the question is, how could you not do it? And the excitement and the thrill and the challenge of that. And then once you begin to do it and learn about it, you can't let it go. I mean, I'm going to be 65 years old. I'm entirely too old for this, but fortunately in Spain, there's no mandatory retirement age for mature bull runners. So I can continue as long as I
First-timers have to think carefully about running with the bulls and must do their research long before the fiesta. One of the first decisions might be where exactly on the course they intend to run. Nobody runs the whole course. The bulls complete the 875-metre course in a little over 2 minutes, and the runners aim to run with the bulls for a matter of 10 to 20 metres. However, most runners will start running ahead of the bulls and will run for about 100 metres in total. In deciding where to run with the bulls, it is important to understand the difficulty of running in certain sections of the course. For example, there are 3 places that are definitely not the sections for first-time runners to choose. The first of these is at the start of the bottom of Santo Domingo. It is here that the runners start by running down towards the bulls and then swivel, turn and run back up the hill away from the bulls. In this stage of the run, the bulls are very fresh and are fast as hell. You have no time to react to anything and just have to have everything pre-planned. There are also no escape points and high walls on each side of a street that is very narrow. The second place that is not advisable for inexperienced runners is La Curva, also referred to by some Americans as Dead Man's Corner. This is where there is an 85-degree sharp turn from a wide street into a smaller street. Running this part of the course requires great skill, timing, and a good amount of technical ability. Even many experienced runners would not try running this part of the course. The third part of the course that should be avoided by newcomers is the tunnel leading into the bull ring. This is the narrowest part of the course, and if you get caught by the bull in the tunnel, it can result in serious injury. It is also the case that a pile-up happens here occasionally and can be very dangerous indeed. If you do find yourself running through the tunnel, you should always assume that there might still be a bull behind you, and always run at top speed through into the arena. But do not be confused about the vaquillas. After the final bull has left the course and is into the corrals, a third and fourth rockets explode. Soon after that, they release young fighting cows that run around the bull ring, throwing people in the air and generally causing mayhem. They have leather pads on the horns, but they can still cause damage. They also let steers out into the ring to get the fighting cows back into the corrals, so watch out for them as well. The steers can cause damage. A friend of mine had 6 ribs busted by a steer this year during the fiesta. So watch out for the steers as well. They are very big and can cause damage. Some people in the bull ring, when the vaquillas are about to come out, form a wedge just by the corrals, so the fighting cows have to jump over them or plough straight through the people. It is fun to try this occasionally. So that is the 3 places first-timers should not choose to run. Check out Lesson 5 for suggestions where might be suitable for first-timers to run with the bulls in Pamplona.